Hi all, and welcome to another video from Ms. Robbie's classroom. I'm your teacher advisor, Ms. Robbie, and today we have another video on our self-learning module series on English 7. For this clip, you will need your Module 2, Lesson 1, an activity notebook, and a pen. Pay attention when you hear the bell. That means you may need to pause the video in order to do the task given. Then resume the video once you're done. Don't forget to practice honesty and honor while working on your modules. So for Module 2, it's divided into 3 related lessons, namely Lesson 1, Genres of Various View Text, Lesson 2, Purpose and Intended Audience of Various View Text, and Lesson 3, Features of Various View Text. So our goals at the end of this clip is that you will be able to identify the genres of various view text, create appropriate dialogues to the given genres of the view text, and show responsibility in dealing with different forms of media. So with that, let's talk about Module 2, Lesson 1, Genres of Various View Text. Before we go on, let's see what you know about the topic. Go to page 9 and answer Test 1 and 2. In Test 1, put a check if you have seen this kind of shows, programs, or videos on television, cinema, or internet, and X if you have not. So like in number 1, have you ever seen a show or program about science experiments? You did? Then put a check on number 1. If you hadn't, then put an X. Again, remember to write your answers in your activity notebook. Then in Test 2, write at least one title of a show, program, or video you have viewed under each categories. So for example, in number 1, educational shows. Have you ever watched educational shows? You did. What was the title? Write it down. Now it's your turn to answer. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome back everyone. Were you able to answer all items in Test 1 and 2? Great! If you got a lot of checks in Test 1, that means you watch a lot of TV and videos. If you only have a few checks, and we're not able to name some of the programs, that's alright. By the end of this clip, you should be able to differentiate the genres of the things you watch. Let's have more activities that has something to do with our lesson today. This time, let's answer together what's in page 10. Complete the story by choosing the appropriate show, program, or video that would best complete it. Write only the letter of your answer in your activity notebook. Then in Test 2, choose from the pool of knowledge at least 2 descriptions that best describe each given word. For example, in number 1, educational. How would you describe the word educational? Choose from the choices above. Remember, you have to choose at least 2. Now it's your time to answer. Let's go! Welcome back! Were you able to answer all items in Tests 1 and 2? Awesome! Now let's see how you did. Go to page 20 of your module. Pause this video while you check your work. How did you do? You got a perfect score? Awesome! Almost perfect? That's alright. Let's do better next time. Are you ready for a challenge? Go to page 11. What's new? Take a look at the pictures. Then read the statements on page 12. Choose the letter of the correct video that is being described in the statements. Write the letter only on your activity notebook. Like example in number 1, You were given an assignment about the progress and development of new Boracay. What will you search? Which video do you think is described by this? Correct! Letter B, where it says Isla Boracay. Now, it's your turn to finish answering. Are you ready? Let's go! Welcome back! Were you able to answer all the items in What's New? How did you do? Go to page 20 of your module and check your answers. You got perfect? Wonderful! If you didn't, not to worry, because we will be discussing more on our topic. So do you have an idea what we will be talking about today? That's right! We will be talking about genres. When we say genre, it is a specific type of music, film, or writing. It is the different classification of something based on their common characteristic. Today, we will be talking about the different types of genres we see on TV, cinema, or in the internet. Do you know what they are? The first one is what we call educational shows. So these videos show educational, learning, informative, and enlightening purposes to the audience. These shows also present instructive video for a topic. Here's an example of an educational show in GMA 7, Makulay na Buhay.
Ako si Benji.
Ako si Benben.
At ako si Momsy. Sabayan niyo kami mga kids.
May masayang adventures at kwentong may aral tungkol sa makulay at masustansyang mundo ng mga gulay.
Yummy!
So kids, let's eat, play, and have fun kasama ang mga bago niyong kaibigan. Makulay ang buhay simula September 15 sa GMA. Buong puso para sa Pilipino.
The next type is a documentary video. This type of video shows reality. Usually the subject is documented and typically good for research and studies. Here is an example of documentary on the fight against drugs.
The Philippine leader has faced criticism for launching a drug war in his country.
Pag sinigaw nga ating pasabihin niya, pag user kahit puser ka. We all know already who these people are.
Sinong tanod natin kasama?
Drug watch list is a report that these people are using drugs. Why not let them understand the consequences that will happen if they'll continue these things?
Papatayin ba natin yan? May buhay din yan. Pero ang matigas ng ulo, patayin talaga.
The police have faced mounting criticism and accusations of corruption.
Maging presidente si Duterte. Tapos, sumito na siya sa pagda-drugs. Alam namin na kasali siya sa drug watch list.
President Duterte, you deliberately put in place a permission structure for mass murder.
Pinagbabaril umano ng riding in tandem ang 17 taong gulang. Pinasuko na noon si Larisa sa Oakland, Tokhang.
You can understand why people might think it was the police.
Doon tayo natira ata sa shooting incident.
Kaya, ang taga.
My campaign against drugs will not stop until the last pusher and the last drug lord are...
Another type is what we call advertising videos. We also call them TV ads or commercials. So these videos will try to convince the audience to purchase a new product or continue to patronize an existing one. Here's an example of an advertising video.
Kapag nakita ko ang iyong mga mata, ako'y matutunaw. Kapag nakita ko ang iyong mga ngiti, ako'y masisilaw.
Epekto yan ng Bingo. Heart-melting choco cookies with smooth, creamy filling. Bingo, kilig sa sweet.
The next one are television productions. These are shows and programs that are aired on TV via satellite, cable, and channels. There are many examples of these: Bulaga, Showtime, Encantadia, MMK, and many others. The next one are called internet video productions. These are seen using your mobile phones or computers. These are shows that you don't see on the TV but can only be seen online or through the internet. Examples are most channels you find in YouTube, Netflix, and other streaming services. The last one are film productions. They're basically the movies we see in cinema and theaters. So, let's apply what you just learned. Let's go to page 15 and 16. What's more? Identify the genres of the viewed text based from the given lines, script, or dialogues. As you read the script or dialogue, try to think what genre it could be. Choose from the box. Write the letter in your activity notebook. For example, in number 1, it says, "We are here in Thailand to visit the biggest cricket farm. Let us all witness the process of how this simple cricket becomes a business." What genre do you think this is? Correct. It is an educational video. So your answer is letter A. Now it's your turn to answer. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back. Were you able to answer all items and what's more? Great! Turn to page 20 and check your answers. Pause this video while you check. Did you get a perfect score? Awesome! You did better from the last time. Now it's reflection time. Don't forget to answer these questions in your activity notebook. Which among the genres of viewed text do you consider important? Why? If you were given a chance to make your own show, program, or video, what genre will it be? Why? So now, I'm going to give you a test. Answer the assessment on page 18 to 19. Write your answers on your activity notebook. The directions are: supply the appropriate tagline, script of the following host or actors below. Write at least 1 to 2 sentences only. For example, in picture number 1, do you know who this is? Right, this is Rafi Tulfo. In his show, what would be his tagline, or what would he usually say? Write your answers in your activity notebook. Congratulations! Now you know how to identify genres from varied views text. To make sure that you apply this lesson, I want you to do the remaining activities on this module. On page 17, what can I do? Letter A, look for one commercial. Then answer the questions. Do the same for letter B, but this time, choose a TV program. Answers the questions for each, and write your answers in the activity notebook. Now, for your output number 2, go to page 19, additional activity. Cut and paste a picture of a host, actor, or character you want to be. Give at least 5 reasons why you want to follow him or her. Make sure the ones you choose can be seen either on TV, cinema, or internet. Here is what your output number 2 would look like. No copying of the sample, please. It may be hand-drawn or computerized and inserted to your portfolio. What's a portfolio, you ask? It's a long folder that will hold all your outputs for the school year. Put it in a long green folder like this and send it together with your activity notebook on the next scheduled retrieval. Now you're all set for Module 2, Lesson 2. Until next time, this is your teacher advisor, Ms. Robbie. Happy studying, guys!